We have courses at a very high level to do with mining, degrees, you know, and above. But the report already highlights that we have a problem with artisanal mining, small scale, where our people have no skills, have no knowledge. All they do is to find the bush and clear and start mining. We have an opportunity now, even with the CDF, where we have the skills development. I would implore the government to look this as an opportunity to guide our youths that are enrolling for skills development. The government to work with training institutions and come up with short-term skills that will direct how our youth can gain short-term trainings into mining, whatever the program that can be. So that when they have opportunities to run small mines, they also have an opportunity to have gone through, to have been grilled through training on how to handle, their mining opportunities that come their way. Otherwise, as it is, our people are going into, managing these small-scale mines with no knowledge about how to go about it. And what we are seeing is not an organized sector. In some cases, we have even, witnessed, tragedies like deaths because our people don't have the skills. We can apply, especially part of the CDF that we are training our youths, to take up some of the short courses in mining so that we promote the skill in this sector. In that way, we will be developing, we will be promoting this topical issue which was being considered by your committee to diversify our mining industry away from copper. Madam Speaker, with those comments again, I wish to press on record that I support this report and I beg to move. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Chinsali.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to make a contribution to this important debate that is on the floor right now. That is the report that has been brought to this House by the... sorry, Madam Speaker, I'm seeking your indulgence. I have a problem with the nostrils, if I can speak without the mask. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. This report that has been brought to the House by the Committee on National Economy, Trade and Labor Matters. Madam Speaker, first of all, I want to say that I support this report and I would like to congratulate the committee that sat to deliberate on these important issues because the report highlights observations and recommendations that I agree with. Madam Speaker, in my debate, I'll start with talking about the issue of lack of diversification in the mining sector. Madam Speaker, the Zambia government has not successfully championed the agenda to see that diversification in the mining sector comes to fruition. Now, the problem with that is that, Madam Speaker, in Zambia we have a lot of minerals, different minerals, which is not just copper, but also other minerals that are in the non-copper mining sector. Now, the fact that we have not exploited these other minerals, it has resulted in the country always having, it has contributed partly to the country always having the fiscal deficit that we have always had year in, year out. Madam Speaker, it makes me wonder why the Zambian youth, the youth of Chinsali, why they should be suffering with unemployment when we as a country, we are blessed with vast natural resources apart from copper. When you go to Chinsali, you go to Shwangandu, Luapula provinces, you will find that we have vast deposits of manganese, which are mainly now being exploited by the informal miners. Now, in an event that the government was to champion the agenda to diversify in the mining sector, we can have a situation where we have companies that are mining manganese, iron, and other minerals in the areas that I have mentioned, and the people in those areas, they can be employed. Because we have a lot of people, accountants, economists, who are up today, they are looking for employment. They have qualifications, they have graduated from their respective schools, but they can't find employment because we are not helping them. We are not helping them by exploiting the untapped opportunity that is in the minerals that have not been exploited. Madam Speaker, the other reason why we have this problem of failing to bring diversification in the mining sector to fruition is because we are leaving this important agenda to the private sector. The previous speaker mentioned that the objective of any business company is to make, the first objective is to make a profit. The second objective, it is to ensure that that profit is maximized. So if we leave the diversification in the mining sector to be driven by the private sector and the business, other business companies, we are going to have a situation where those business houses and the private sector, they will just be going for the mineral that is easy to access and where there are incentives. In this particular case, the copper mineral, there are a lot of incentives that the government provides to those who want to invest in copper compared to the others. So perpetually you find that we will just be having people who want to be investing in copper. Therefore, there is need for the government to take a leading role, and if possible, the government can even establish a company or companies that can specifically be established to ensure that they take advantage of or they exploit the other minerals that we have apart from copper. I know currently we have ZCCM, which owns Kabundi Mineral Resources and also Ndola Lime. Those two are the only mining companies that are 100% state-owned. There is a notion where people say that, look, as a government, you cannot participate actively in the mining sector because you need to concentrate on the role that you have as a regulator. Madam Speaker, I strongly disagree with that notion. Reason being, we have examples. Already, as I highlighted, we have two mining companies, and Kabundi is projected to start performing well. Then we also have a very big mining company in Chile, which is state-owned, and it is performing very well, generating a lot of money for the government of Chile. In China, we have over 8 big mining companies, which are 100% state-owned by the Chinese government. Okay? Now, people will tell us that, no, us, we should just play the role of the regulator. Yet, the idea that we are not supporting is being practiced by countries like China, and they are generating a lot of money, part of the money which we are rushing to them to go and borrow, and they are lending us. So I strongly suggest that the government should start considering to establish more companies that can specifically go into mining other minerals that are not copper, such as copper. Because look, you can go to Southern Province. We have a lot of coal deposits, but the people of Southern Province, they are suffering like many other parts of the country. Madam Speaker, there are some improvements that the government needs also to do at the mining cadastre. There is a problem that most of the mining companies that are obtaining licenses there, they are obtaining those licenses for speculative purposes, which makes it difficult for a serious miner. When a serious miner comes and he wants to invest, okay, in a mining activity, he will find that the area that he's interested in has already been taken by this bogus company or a company that is not serious for speculative purposes only. So that is a serious problem, so that the government needs to make sure that it deals with, and also to ensure that there is transparency at the mining cadastre. Madam Speaker, it also saddens me to look at the revelation of this report that 50% of the country has not been geologically mapped and surveyed. Now, how can we promote investment in the other mining sector that is not copper it can be very, very difficult. So the government needs to ensure that it sponsors the geological mapping and surveying. With these few remarks, Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Nalolo.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I'm indeed humbled to give my contributions to